All right, we're going to do cinder blocks, concrete blocks, mason blocks, whatever the heck you guys want to call them before you correct me in the comments. We're going to use 30 super carry, 5.7 by 28, 357 SIG, and 10 millimeter today. Previously did this in 22, 380, 940, and 45. I'll put a link in the description of that video if you want to check that one out. But check out the parts, or not parts, the caliber comparisons playlist on the channel for more videos like this with like watermelons and pumpkins and just all kinds of stuff. Of course, in that list as well, we've been doing rifles and shotguns too, not just pistol calibers. Shout out and thanks to my buddy John at Fuku YT for letting us use the range today. Also shout out to Atlas Tactical on these awesome Cerakote jobs. Now we're going to do 2, possibly 3 versions of this because I know everyone's going to want to request different ammo, say I should have used different ammo. So today I'm using pretty generic off-the-shelf stuff. Of course, we're going to use FMJ because we're trying to get penetration. So for the 30 super carry, just using this 115 grain here, 40 grain FMJ, the FN there. For the 5.7, we're using a little heavy for caliber, 357 SIG here, 140 grain. Typical is 125. And then we're using 180s here. These are actually a pretty decent round for 10 mil. These come in over 600 foot-pounds of energy. They're not 700 like Buffalo Bore and Underwood and whatnot, but this is a proper 10 millimeter load here. When the 10 mil first came out, originally it had in the 600 foot-pound neighborhood. So these are no weak sauce 400 foot-pounds of energy like the Federal, American Eagle, and all that crap is. These are a decent load here. 180 grain, pretty typical weight there, but is on the low end. So that's what I'm using today, just basic off-the-shelf FMJ ammo. I'm going to work on acquiring some hotter stuff, so stay tuned for that, and we'll do it again with all these with hotter loads. Well, not really so worried about it with this. This is just kind of a baseline because 30 super carry, you get pretty much 9 millimeter performance, so it's just kind of like a baseline test to compare these two. And if I didn't already say, I've previously done this 22, 380, 940, 45. Check that out in the caliber comparison playlist. But I'll probably do a third version eventually as well with some hard cast loads and maybe even like penetrator rounds or whatever. So stay tuned. We'll have at least 3 versions of this coming up, but starting off here today with the generic stuff. So I'm kind of basing this off of the results I've seen in the prior video with 940, 45, all that. Thereabouts is just giving me an aim point. We're going to come in through the tops of these and see how many layers we can go through with each one. Leave a comment down below. Tell me what your guess is. I'm not expecting, I don't even know if the 5.7 is going to get through the first one. It may because of the velocity. I'm not really sure though. And I don't have high hopes of anything really getting past this second, doing anything to the third except for maybe the 10 mil, but we'll see. Leave your guess down below. All right, first off, we'll start with the 30 super carry, then 5.7 by 28, followed by 357 SIG, and then 10 millimeter. And do not try this at home. All right, pretty good shot. And then not even so much as a dent or a chip missing out of the second layer there. And sometimes I can find the bullet. I'll take a look when I'm done, see if I find any of these bullets. Sometimes they're sitting right in here, sometimes on the ground, sometimes there's nothing left of them. Like what's going to happen with this 5.7 here coming up. All right, 5.7, and we're actually going to use John's Ruger 5.7 instead of my PSA because I'm having an issue with the firing pin not working today. For more on that, see those pumpkins down there, check out the caliber comparison playlist and watch the pumpkin version of this video to see what happened there. A little low on that shot, but still where I needed it. As long as we're not out, you know, coming close to this edge or anything, which obviously we did not. Oh, the bullet is stuck in it. There you can see the backside of the bullet. So did not go through. I mean, it chucked some stuff out, but didn't go through. Matter of fact, it only appeared to go about ½ an inch in there. So there's the 5.7. And I know that's where you guys are going to be like, you should have used Dragon Fang. And that's why I say we'll have another version of this coming up with all the fancy stuff you guys want to see. All right, 357 SIG. All right, pretty good hit there. That's a nice clean hole. And yep, even with that heavy for 357 SIG, not so much as a dent or anything on the backside there. Let's see if I could see the bullet real quick. I found the 30 Super Carry. I'll show you guys at the end, but let's try 10mm now. All right, 10mm. Fingers crossed. I hope we busted the second one. About to find out. Oh no. Wow. Still nothing. They're just done after that first one. So even the old 10 mil, this is where we're going to get into having to use, you know, hard cast, brass penetrator rounds and stuff like that. So that'll be coming up at some point. See if I can find that 10 mil bullet real quick. All right, so there's the 30 Super Carry right there. Of course, you guys saw the 5.7 stuck in the concrete. There's the 357. It's neat that these are like mushroomy, like hollow points, even though they're FMJ. And there's the 10mm. Just kidding, that's an acorn. I tried like hell. I could not find that 10mm anywhere. I'm assuming I found most of the bullets. Well, yeah, I think both the others on this side. So I'm assuming the 10 mil bounced in there and sank down to where I can't find it, because I know with it being heavier and slower than the 357 SIG and the 30 Super Carry, it definitely didn't just disintegrate or anything. I just can't find it. So anyways, that's our video, guys. Don't forget to check out the caliber comparisons playlist for more. And like I said, stay tuned. I'll definitely have a second and probably third, maybe even fourth version of this with different bullet types. I'm definitely going to do, like, you know, hard casts and whatnot. Make sure you stop by, check out my campsite page if you guys want to get yourself any other products that I can link to in the description there. Shooting bag, earmuffs, safety glasses, rangefinder, target stand, targets I use, and more. Links in the description for all that. But for everything else, check out the campsite page. Thanks for watching. Really appreciate it. And I hope to see you guys on the next one.